Can't tell the difference on unsteady floor. Will I be rewarded or lose even more? Safety in numbers, but I never said I was ready. Open the door. What if we find one was enough? Now we should have stayed blind. I do not trust you, don't trust myself, but someone was listening when I called for help. I called for help. Fear is the loudest, but deep down I know I take the terror, then go it alone.
Evening. Are you all tonight? It's not my birthday, but Halloween. How are you? Flutter. Sarah, my instant thought was Club Penguin. I am well enough. My eyes have been fucky today, which is unpleasant. It's a nice steak and pear applesauce for dinner. Sounds delicious. Mistake. Well, I have a condition in one of my eyes, but like that explains some of it. But just occasionally I'll wake up and my eyes will take ages to actually adjust. Like rather, my good eye will take ages to actually adjust on some days. Like things will be blurry for sometimes hours and it'll suck. So I kind of just have to deal with not being able to see for a bit. That was the case today. It's only in the past like half hour that I can actually read things, which is nice. Hello, Neuro. Yeah, it doesn't happen terribly. I don't often have to explain. It's fine. Yeah, it's something that doesn't happen terribly often, but when it does, it makes it hard to get anything done. But my security exam. Oh no. When can you take it again? Hmm. Oh my god, they change. Oh my god, they change. Oh my god. Oh, you can see the both indoor and out. I didn't know that. I didn't realize because I didn't read. Um, Please pick stand by. I mean, I feel like I have to, but I also okay. All right. The everything everywhere all at once reference is not lost on me, and I wait. I have many questions. Like, obviously, you put on a coat and gloves and a hat when you're going outside. I typically don't also change my pants and my shoes every time I do it. It's such a weird choice. The shoes don't change for that one. The pants do. Change colors with the temperature. I see. Also, I'm upset by her French tuck. It's a new snow pants for adults. She wants to go sledding. Talking out of my ass. Fair enough. So what do we think? Zombie Max or I think this is fun. Although, all right, Zombie Max or Everything Everywhere All at Once. Imagine walking up to Moses looking like Zombie Max after what happened last time he had that. The fact that, like, just, I know it's just a conceit of video games, but some of the outfits that you can pick, given everything that's going on, like, she changes her hair when she, like, her hair color when she takes off her outside stuff, goes from like this to this, makeup changes, etc. Given everything that's going on, I would think that Max is a sociopath. I'm going to do a poll. Hopefully things aren't breaking. I might. Okay. You climbing. Stable. Although I'd say your fatal error. Game crashed. Well, that's frustrating. Let's try this again. They just put out a patch that was supposed to fix a bunch of bugs, but knowing my luck, it broke something else.
I said for so long.
My Mac saved the town.
They tap at the windows and think they were bones. Lay hands on the bricks and I'd swear from inside I could feel it.
Let's try doing it here.
Now here you are with your mallet and light. Out
Yeah,
at
something's
your own house,
going
you
on.
think it's alright. Don't touch my windows, my bricks or my rules, I won't hear it. Open the door, how do I know? Stillness means end or is danger just slow? I do not trust you, don't trust myself, but someone was listening when I called for help.
try this again. My Chloe's just gone if you choose her. Is that why people were upset? Yeah, it makes sense. Are any of these actually what I have chosen? None of those were actually the selection. That's interesting. WFH. We Fit Adventures. Work from home. I see. I hadn't really considered how the game would be different if you had chosen Chloe. Only 2 people voted. Chapter 3. Spin.
Oh, how is it already morning? This makes about as much sense as it did last night. Let's take a look at the evidence for the cajillionth time. I've gotta be missing something. No matter what that photo of me suggests, there's no way I shot Sophie.
Okay, but why would you print that out? Also, how's the game, or rather, how's the video? It's not choppy or anything, is it? Fine and Dan here. What do you do if your friend thought you did a murder? Stick around. New chapter, new light reading. All I've done all night is stare at this ugly fucking ceiling. There's nobody up in the entire house but me. I'm up. Come over if you feel like it. It's too cold to leave the house. This is why you should kick somebody out of Abraxas' house and let me live there. Need to get the fuck out of Vermont, dude. Always live somewhere else. On the move for this shit die. Finals may be postponed, but the SD is still open if anyone wants some late night coffee or just someone to be around. We're open till midnight. Thanks for this, Amanda. Best coffee in all of Lakeport. Be nice to get out of my dorm for a bit.
I get where Diamond's coming from. This must be terrifying for students.
3 days and no word from Kaladin or the Cots about Safi's death, except a rumor about a detective alderman with the lead on who shot her. It's really disappointing and frustrating to see as faculty as well. Hell, we haven't even heard that rumor. I'm saying there could be a whole serial killer walking around campus and we can't even get an update. Please, I implore you to be patient. As you can understand, no one is more on top of this than I am. I want justice more than anyone. Hold on, rumor? Where'd you hear this? You have my number, Diamond. And I expect to hear my phone ring very soon. Don't hold your breath. Someone wants to ask me why I like numbers. The reality is numbers have no emotions. That makes them easier to understand. They just are. They easier to understand isn't inherently superior. And what you're going through right now is normal, even if it's also painful. Spoken like someone who's never met an irrational number. Kidding, of course, but hopefully that made you smile a little. Kaladin's art department is amazing, but what they refer to as taste is just an excuse to determine what art is considered low and highbrow. What if we did away with both and let art be art? Shit. Won't happen. Hierarchy and money go hand in hand. Somebody has to get shafted. Not true. People should be allowed to like what they like, free of judgment. They should, but they won't. I'm with you, Kim. But I believe there should be some distinctions. Maybe we could talk about it over a cup of coffee and fab. Max has a gun. There's a picture of me on Safi's camera with a gun. I'm holding a gun. What's more incriminating than that? But I would never hurt Safi. There has to be a better explanation, right? Max has a gun. Rosa saw that photo of me. He thinks I killed Safi. Sometime that night, Moses went to his office and drew the Gemini mural he and Safi had been planning. Maybe other Moses will draw it or with her one day. Jake Falderman is focused on Moses, could get really bad, etc.
Moses, when this is all over, I'll play as many games of Mana Massive as you want. I swear.
That's assuming he wants anything to do with you.
Is that me? Did I go back in time and do that? It doesn't make any sense. And I would never hurt Safi. Not on purpose. That isn't me. It can't be. Maybe if I go object by object, an answer will jump out at me? I read the beginning. It's annoyingly good. Unfortunately, Lucas didn't include an evidence that I killed Safi chapter. Whoever did this had to go to so much trouble. did Gwen cancel Sophie's book deal? Didn't she help her to get it in the first place?
I don't have a lot of evidence. I think I'm missing some stuff. There would be no reason why. Oh, this is... The deal cancellation is from the living world. Out of everyone, the person with the clearest motive to me is Lucas, but I don't.
Restraining Order Lucas said Sophie once threatened to turn his son against him. That certainly implies some bad blood in their past. But that Lucas was scared of Sophie, not out for revenge. None of this is conclusive enough. Before Sophie died, Gwen got her book canceled, and I still don't know why. But that doesn't mean she killed Sophie. Plus, Dead World Gwen seems genuinely torn up over her death. Yeah, the Gwen theory has some holes. Vin definitely knows more about the cow skull than he's letting on. Plus, there was that photo of him and Sophie canoodling. But what does that even mean?
Canoodling.
Coffee. Coffee is friend. Get coffee now.
Right into the fireplace.
No matter how much I stare at you, you refuse to make sense. Moses?
Yeah, you tell me you're not going to leave that there.
Hello, Miss Caulfield.
Oh, fuck.
Can I come in?
The photo. If he sees that.
I have some questions for you.
I'm grateful.
Thank you, PB, for 101 whole ass months of tier 2. That picture's giving off I'm once again asking for Bernie Sanders. How you doing? So before I forget, let me turn those off. There we go. Can't, oh, this sucks. Oh, this sucks. Hold on. I have to switch mice because I don't have a goddamn scroll wheel on my trackball. I was trying to let this thing charge. I don't know. How did I do this before? There had to be a...
Of course, I can answer your questions right here.
Well, this is a nice change of pace since yesterday. I appreciate the cooperation. There are just a few details I'm struggling to make sense of.
Go ahead.
Arcadia Bay, where you went to high school, right?
Yes?
A beautiful town with a surprisingly violent story to tell. Not unlike
Arcadia Bay and Safi are not connected.
a small town with a curious number of murders. And now, Safi, Llewellyn Fayed, murdered in a small town? What are the odds? What do you think, Miss Caulfield? Are you the one who's unlucky, or is it just everyone who ever meets you?
That's pretty messed up.
Go fuck yourself. Arcadia Bay has nothing to do with Safi.
Ooh, there it is. Touched a nerve? I knew I'd find one if I kept poking around.
Detective, I'm not answering any more of his questions.
What the fuck happened to the telescope, Maxine?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Someone was in the office with me. I could hear them. I saw Moses in the hallway, but I didn't see you. All right, enough. We're not getting anywhere. This case has been abnormal from the beginning. None of the evidence makes any sense.
At least that's something we can agree on.
But I know why now. Somehow, all this death leads to you.
That's not true. He saw it. He saw the photo. Stupid Max. Stupid. What the hell do I do now? None of this makes any sense. What happened that night? Why the fuck am I in this picture?
Why did you print it? Why didn't you move it?
I would have just jumped back in time to the moment this photo was taken. Maybe I still could.
Bright lights coming. Jesus.
So that's what it feels like to capture the perfect photo. Feels good. Final.
Safi,
here too.
But there wasn't a storm the day Sophie died.
Maybe we are cursed. You, me, and Maya.
Sophie, wait. Who is Maya? What was she talking about?
Stop stalling, Max.
How do I stop this?
Tell me how to stop this. What do I have to do?
Bright lights.
Pull the trigger.
What? No. No, that wasn't enough time. Come on. Just
Jesus Christ. What the hell? Sorry, I don't know why that happened.
Moses, you were right. I don't know how.
It's fine now.
Or
Had to be the
I
game.
have to tell him everything.
God, that sucked. I'm so sorry. I could really use your help. I owe you an explanation for as much as I have. Maybe at the Overlook. Really, Max, there? No, it doesn't make sense. I'll do my best, please. Fine. Thank you. Hello, Fleefu.
Moses is waiting for me up there. Hopefully. I get it, Joyce. Dating after everything that's happened feels impossible.
I've been dating, or in the dating scene for 2 months, and I'm ready to call quits. Trying to find someone new to accept all my baggage at my age is too much. Everyone's got baggage. It's older women with baggage that seems to be the problem. I'm not for them if they want to pretend. That's a young girl's game. I considered omitting my divorce on the apps, but it changed me and I can't cover that up. I know what you mean. I want to be with someone, but I can only be myself. But only if I can be myself. December 7th. Alderman knows about my powers. He forced his way in here and scared the shit out of me. Maybe if I pretended I was on his team, he wouldn't have busted in here like that, but I doubt it. Worst thing is he saw the photo and just smiled at me. Fuck. He's plotting something, but I don't know what to do. How do I stop a cop? Chloe. Later, the strangest shit happened. My old powers came back, and I saw what happened with Safi. I did do it. I don't know how, but I can't let this happen. Feels like I'm running in circles and I don't know how to make it all stop. All just stop. So is she writing to Chloe? That's so sad. Brothers in Life is Strange to Me, David in the Desert Commune. Meet Moses at the crime scene! Exclamation point. Wait. Also, they changed the sound effect for the switch points. It's far more subdued.
This is where the police tape was yesterday. Did the cops take it down on Alderman's orders?
How's the game? I would say it's been interesting so far. Imagine if Moses is waiting with Alderman and a SWAT squad. It's possible. That's kind of why I switched. I wanted to go into this world and scope out the other one. Unfortunately, I've been placed on leave from Caledon University. Thank you to my colleagues who have been with me on this journey for years. This is unfortunate, but I'm looking ahead to what's next. Absolutely ridiculous. Please let me know if you need anything. Their purported acclaim is because of your investment in students. I'm beyond disgusted with these people. I know you're innocent, Dr. Hunter. I wouldn't be surprised if Caledon's trying to cover up something. This month's Native Artist Spotlight, Tegan Thomas Solomon. Tegan is an Abenaki artist from Lakeport, specializing in watercolors of the local landscape. And to those people asking, Tegan is lovely, but no, we are not related just because her middle name is Thomas. Not all indigenous people are cousins. Jeez Louise. Like, I'm not even Abenaki, I'm Cherokee and Algonquin. My parents moved here from the Midwest. Wait until they learn we can drive U-Hauls. Okay, but Amanda, you should not be allowed to drive U-Hauls. You might move in with someone you barely know. Hey now. Really appreciate this, Amanda. The display and the snapping turtle means everything to me. I'm late with grades, but I promise I'll have them ready in the next few days. Good to know I've been on the lookout all week. You good, I promise. Go party or something. Me and Diamond are still finishing up some admin work. Swing by and we'll make it a party. Come down. This feels so... I feel like these sorts... It's so strange to me, the dynamic here between basically teacher and student. Like, granted, technically everybody here, like, everybody's adults, but there's still a strange dynamic going on. Also, go play. Can I?
Might be a good place to wait for Moses. Better cross to the other side.
Here's a better idea. What's waiting on the other side? How many SWAT teams in this trash can? I was personalizing. I don't know what this is. Oh, probably the name of his book. I don't know. WBTT for the Book Expo, and a fan asked me to address his to Simeon. I said, like the author, but when I looked up, lo and behold, well, it really was him. It was. So you're a writer's writer. That's so cool. Simeon is a genuinely kind guy. He makes it a point to get autographs from all writers, veterans, as well as up-and-comers. The Simeon Lowell. I'd love to get his autograph. Snowdrop, your flowers.
If I didn't know what used to be here, I'd find this really beautiful. I know Safi would have something poetic to say about this. If only.
If only. Oh, that's awful. I hate it. Okay, that didn't turn out so bad. But I'd still rather have. It's not my birthday. Hello, Tony. God, she's just... Thank you, Tony, for 54 whole ass months.
You inspire me.
Welcome back. We're going to watch this game after playing DQ through Dragon Quest 3. Don Quixote 3. Remake came out, I see. I am well enough. Dragon's Kog'Maw. How are you, Tony?
Might as well gather my thoughts before Moses gets here. He's not here. Yet. Let's give him a few minutes. Maybe wait on the bench.
Maxine, I reached out to Detective Alderman this morning for an update, and he sounded very much addled. He said he spoke to you. What did you say to him? Please tell me you didn't say anything to jeopardize his case. He's under pressure. Not nearly enough. They say the first 48 hours are critical, and we're 12 hours past that. That's for missing persons, I know, but not... I didn't think that was true for... It might be true for murder investigations. I'm not a cop. What happened? Max sounds like she's about to break. Well... She saw a photo of her standing in front of Safi with a gun, with a tear rolling down her cheek. Where Safi died, so right over there. Moses saw this photo as well. He freaked the heck out, understandably. And now he's supposed to meet her here, so Max can explain as best she can. On top of that, Max went to the point in time, probably across timelines at this point, where the photo was taken. So at this bench, standing in front of Safi with a gun, there was the big fuck off tornado, the same kind of one that took out Arcadia Bay. Safi mentioned Maya. She told Max to pull the trigger to kill her. And then we woke up passed out on our kitchen floor. So this is a normal day for Max. She really has no reason to be upset. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, yes, precisely. Also, yes, the cop suspects her. Primarily, well, maybe not primarily, or not initially anyway, but there was an incident with a telescope where it just sort of built itself in front of the car, behind the cop's back, and he has no way to explain it. Except it was Max who pulled it from the living world. Fully formed.
Stay the fuck away from me.
What if he doesn't come? I couldn't blame him. I killed his best friend. What does that say about me? That any version of me, could do something like that? He's probably not coming.
The song is very Mazzy Star-esque in terms of vocals. It's just mixed so, I don't want to say poor, it's so hard to understand the lyrics. And it's frustrating. Liking this, or feeling about the story so far, liking it. I would say so. It's very much more of a, it's more active. I said this last time, it's more active than the first Life is Strange. Like, that one felt more reactive. Like things sort of happened around Max and she sort of had to deal with them in that moment. And there was some mystery surrounding Chloe and Rachel Amber, but it was more like sort of stumble from thing to thing and get more information until the big climax in the final episode. That's what it felt like to me, or like big climax in the final two, I guess. This very much feels like we're hit with the mystery right off the gate, and we're like, things are still happening, but the things that are happening are, oh,
Diamond knows where I am and who I'm meeting, so don't do anything stupid.
I deserved that.
You wanted to talk, so talk. Tell me the truth. Tell me why you did it.
I haven't done it yet.
I don't think I've actually done it yet. I think it was a future version of me. Moses, wait! I asked you to come here so I could show you proof. Something is weird about this place. Look, these flowers. What are the odds they bloom in the middle of winter? Exactly in the shape of Sophie's body?
5 minutes and then I leave.
Okay. So, what if I told you there's this other timeline where Sophie is alive and I can travel between this timeline and that one?
4 minutes.
I know that it sounds insane. But I can show you. I'll hop from this timeline to the other. You'll see me, poof, disappear.
Yeah, to some magical fantasy world where you didn't kill Sophie, right?
It's not a fantasy world. It's connected to this one. If I try to, I can even see the other one from here.
Wait, you can see across them?
And here, too.
So if you disappear or whatever, and I do something while you're gone,
I can tell you what it was when I come back. And then you'll believe me?
it'd be a start.
Okay. Okay, deal.
Does she know she'll poof?
All
Not.
right. There's a chance Moses will believe me. First, I gotta hop over to the other timeline.
Not really.
I shouldn't leave yet.
But it, fucking. There's not even an exit that where Maxine fucking use the point we want you to use.
Now to see what Moses is up to on the other side. Shit. I think Moses is too stunned to do anything. Let me jump back over to make sure I didn't break him.
Held that thought. I'll join you in a minute. Matt shot in the dark, but any chance you know what happened to my telescope? Very, very, very heavy, very expensive telescope I was almost done assembling. Stepped away for a few minutes. When I came back, it was no longer close to being assembled. Carla, maybe? I thought that, but even with the combined might of the science department, it had taken them an hour and change. That is freaky. Files theme. Moderately sure it wasn't aliens. Only moderately, though. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You're not going to assume a cum laude me, and I think I squeaked by in my econ final. Thank fuck. Congrats. Thank you for helping me. I owe you a tasty drink. Now that's what I'm talking about. Love to be average. That is a man with aspirations. Don't forget to come roast me at the Snapping Turtle tomorrow. I got a peek at the jokes in there. Oh, fucking Christ. Maybe fire your publicist for this. Wish I could go. Have an announcement planned. Another book, perhaps. Got my grades for the year. I'm out of Caledon. Next year for Krampus, maybe. Oh, it's Loretta. Couldn't see it. Yesterday, I interviewed a group of Caledon students who said they were swarmed by a flock of owls by the Overlook. A flock that suddenly disappeared. Anyone else experience something similar? Bring on the teleporting owl parliaments, I think. Don't tell me you actually believe this stuff. No, I'm not into supernatural stuff, but someone's making this happen.
Max? Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
Upset me? Are you kidding? You did something physics says should be impossible. Is impossible.
So you believe me?
Yes. And no. You disappeared. Max, literally. I completely forgot to do anything.
Okay. Let's try it again.
Ready when you are.
Are you sure?
Okay. Let's try this again.
What? What did you say? Something physics storm? There's some weird reports about performance art at the Observatory Overlook. Can't take credit for myself, but I applaud my fellow Abraxans for their creativity. I've been up there in a while. It's sick. You should check it out. Whatever's going on up there better not be Abraxas. Yes, ma'am. Typical Abraxas to think you're the only ones with good ideas. Are you taking credit? You think I've got that kind of spare time?
Shit. Sorry, Moses.
I know there's a rational explanation for most phenomenon, but I gotta say, whatever happened to my telescope defies any I can think of. Not the huge telescope you were so excited to assemble, and that I sincerely said I would love to help you with. The very same. Going on the record to say on behalf of the entire science department, we did not touch your telescope, not even Carla. When we were kids, I messed with the telescope Moses got for Xmas, and he got his revenge. Let's just say my stomach ain't been right since. Oh no! Max has a gun. Moses is the first person I've shown my powers to in years. Can't even describe what I'm feeling. Is this relief?
What did I do when you were away?
And then you said,
I think it was Machine Angel Psychic Storm, right? It flashed the subtitle. I couldn't even see it long enough to forget. Like it, I'm pretty sure this is what it was. Like that was a game issue, not a me issue, but I'm pretty sure it was this.
Machine Angel Psychic Storm.
Yep. That's what I did. Wow. I mean,
Yeah, near as I can tell, Safi's death is where the timelines split. I think her absence is the only difference between the two.
I guess that could be a big enough event to lead to.
You okay?
So Safi's alive over there, huh?
She is. And she's...
Don't say happy. We both know that would be a lie.
You're right.
When you see her again, can you give her something for me?
The bottle cap? How did you...
Safi slipped it back to me that night. Found it in my equipment. When you give that to her, tell her stay safe, Max. Make her swear to it.
I will. Promise. But I think she's going to need our help.
What do you mean?
When I was a teenager, I could rewind time. Just raise my hand and undo everything that had just been done.
Okay.
And if I had a photo, I could go back even farther.
Wait. Could. Past tense?
Never worked how I'd hoped.
I know it sounds like it must have been amazing. But Moses, the things I caused to happen, just having a power doesn't necessarily give you mastery over it.
One of many lessons gleaned from X-Men comics.
The point is, I stopped using it, and now it barely works.
Okay, but there's a photo of you from that night with a gun. You're saying that could be a future you? Even though you can't do that anymore?
This morning I tried rewinding into that photo. It felt like trying to flex an atrophied muscle. Nothing made sense. But I was there, in the past. Safi mentioned Maya, and oh God, the storm.
Max?
Look, there's a timeline where, for some reason, I shot Safi. This one. And there's a timeline where I didn't. I feel like, intentionally or not, these two worlds exist because of a decision I'm going to have to make.
Holy shit.
Moses, I've been here before. When I could rewind, it broke time. People got hurt. I can't let what happened in Arcadia Bay happen here too. Oh, shit.
Okay. First look at the crime scene is inconclusive. I'll need some further insight into Miss Llewellyn Fayette's mental state. Not to call a shot prematurely, but if this isn't suicide, I'd put money on Mr. Moses Murphy, friend of the deceased, being the perp. I need to introduce myself to Mr. Murphy.
He's talking like he hasn't already met you. Like he's...
Alderman from yesterday. An alderman that already happened? Max, this is really bad. Time isn't supposed to act this way.
It appears something was removed from her person post-mortem. Maybe the camera her mother mentioned.
We need to get the hell out of here.
I fucking knew it.
Returning to the scene of the crime? Amateur hour shit. How'd I let a couple of small-time fuck-ups like you get under my skin?
Not making any sense.
You're not making any sense.
You want to talk about sense? Nothing about you makes sense. Telescopes don't put themselves together. Evidence doesn't disappear. You're going to pay for what you've done, Maxine Caulfield. And I'm here to collect.
Bright light warning. Help him. I know this is going to be a major choice. I don't really know how, but there isn't a world in which I or Max wouldn't help this person. So, I mean, there might be a world in which I or Max wouldn't help this person, but we're not currently in it. So, before I click this button, though, I will be right back. Hello, Palace. Yeah, so... Oh, you got it, Palace. Yes, Alderman is touching himself.
I could have saved him, Moses. I could have saved him.
No, you couldn't have. Listen to me, Mix. This place ate a man.
Moses, your hair. I told you. There's always a cost.
It started with Safi. Maybe if we can figure out why she died, then maybe we can prevent all of this.
That's what I've been trying to do. The whole day I've been talking to people and spying on them and taking their stuff.
Hey, Safi mentioned Maya, right? When you rewound?
Right. What do you think Maya has to do with all this?
No idea. Maya was before my time. But Gwen Hunter might know more than me. She was Safi's mentor during all that mess.
Gwen. Gotta go talk to Gwen.
Well, that sucks. Yeah, I figured...
I'm still shaking. Alderman was, and then he just wasn't.
Are you now, or have you
Moses
ever
and I
been?
were standing so close. But I'm here now. I'm here. I'm all right. Okay, talk to Gwen, see what she knows about Maya, and while I'm at it, I'd like to know why she killed Sophie's book deal.
It's been an awful morning and I'm still parsing it. Oh, but I had a quick question. You're able to get my text when you're in the other timeline, trying to grasp the extent of what you can do from a physics point of view. I can't. Okay, cool, that's a big help. Be in touch a little later when I've made some inroads into what happened earlier.
Cool. I'm a tired sun, sleepy moon, and exhausted rising.
A border collie sun, cinnamon oat milk latte moon, and a slip and slide rising. What does that mean? You can see that, smart with an adorable face and lactose intolerant, thinking more Pomeranian than collie. Our friendship's dead now, goddamn. So Safi's first public reading was at the book expo when she had all of us eating out of the palm of her hand. She was meant for so much more. She appreciated you being there. She was so nervous. It didn't show. Never did with my Safi. She was full of espressos and having the time of her life. It's nice to remember her that way. Hello, Sushi. How goes it? Detective if Alderman saw his double at the Overlook before he disappeared. Alderman interacted with a ghostly form of himself. Is this the doppelganger people are alluding to? I also want to point out that during that whole thing, there were owls hooting in the background. Interviews are stressful. I agree. First Safi, now Alderman. People are dying because of me again. Moses thinks we can figure this out. Thank God for him. Oh my God. The art. What the fuck? I could have saved Alderman. I could have saved him, couldn't I? I was so close. If only Moses hadn't. Shit. Moses saved my life. Didn't know what would happen. Neither of us did, but he leapt in anyway. It's been a long time since I was the one being pulled from a bad end by someone else. Got that adoring fan haircut. I hate that you're right. Who knows what would have happened to me if Moses hadn't stepped in. We bonded in a way only a near-death experience can. God, I hope Moses is alright. Please let him be alright.
Reading my final.
God, that bothers me so much. What?
I could practically read my grade off his face. Martin Hart, F-. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do. So unless there's a Christmas miracle, he's gonna fucking fail me. Hey, it's okay. I mean, it's fucking not okay. But I don't want you to worry about me. It's just one grade.
Why does he sound so suspicious?
I mean, I knew I was gonna miss her, but I don't know. It's been a lot harder to get out of bed since Sophie died.
That's interesting. So, I've seen mostly at like airports and places against walls or with equipment that is not at all designed to move around. Pieces of furniture with plugs on them. This table having one is wild to me because it's in the middle of the floor, meaning these had to be placed and like secured. Like this was done with intent. This place was built like this. That to me is very interesting.
My younger self might have thought this would make an edgy photo.
What? It's a Santa hat.
If we can't sit on tables, where are the cool kids expected to sit? In chairs? Like a bunch of squares?
As fun and casual as it is, as it looks in the movies and on TV, we have to ask students to refrain from sitting on the tables in the fab. If you have floor plugs, you could place tables over. Tables will be designed with hollow base to allow cables to run. But yeah, that's probably what it is. It's just maybe not all of them are connected, but the plugs will be off center for sure because these tables aren't aligned.
tomorrow. Where? What meeting? Is it endorsing meetings in general?
What's your meetings in general?
Have fun.
Audrey, I'm worried about Kim.
So am I.
Arrogant
None of my
artist.
attempts to reach out have yielded results. You?
Nope. She's still not answering any of my calls. I think she's blocking them.
I saw her in the North Quad, but she turned and ran the other way.
This just isn't like her.
Last time we spoke, Kim said she didn't want to go out. I think she's depressed.
Well, she told me she was busy. She's probably too focused on school. What she needs is a friend she can empathize with.
Someone a bit more in alignment with her intellect.
Someone who isn't droll with a stick up their ass.
Funny.
I've got it. Let's send Kim a gift so she knows we're thinking about her. What's the humming about?
Is receiving gifts truly her love language?
I don't know. No wonder Kim's depressed. We don't even know her love language.
Pull yourself together. We can't break down now. Kim needs us.
Don't die, PB.
You're right. Oh, roses. What if we sent her roses? Everyone likes that.
A classic object of beauty. I think that would please her.
But are roses too basic? I don't want Kim to think we chose low-hanging fruit.
You're right. It has to be perfect. We should research the perfect flower to give her.
You don't know that, Matthew.
How many pets is Chester finding on the daily?
Yeah, having cats makes any sort of, maybe not any sort of plant, because there are some that cats can eat, but giving plants as a gift is kind of a non-starter when you own 3 cats, or receiving plants as a gift.
This must be the professor Sophie TA'd for. She mentioned he liked to tear this one kid down, but failing him is harsh.
Paper tray. That's a software. Gerald Butler. Why do I know that name? Why do I know that name? Is he an actor? Okay, that might be it. And he only got a B- in expanding poetry. I'm not gonna. I mean, actually don't know if I care that much. Rather care about,
Shit. I need a password to change the grades. I'll never find it in this mess. I bet Sophie wouldn't mind me helping out one of her favorite students.
Ugh. Hold on. What world am I in? Okay. Sorry for the long wait times. Isaac and Emily are out sick, so we're a little backed up. Wasn't anticipating this big of a lunch rush. 45-minute wait time, I don't need my coffee that bad. Less posting, more serving. So rude. Although, to their credit, she is, even when she was supposed to be working, she was just on that phone. The amount of time she's like, all right, let me get back to work, and then just picked up her phone.
Loretta's a hard worker. I'll give her that. I just wish she'd use her powers for good.
Hey, Loretta. Oh, hi, Miss Caulfield. How are you?
How's Reggie doing?
Have you talked to Reggie since yesterday?
Reggie? Reggie Kagan? Business major Reggie?
Crap! Wrong Loretta, Max. You know what? Ignore me. I am lost in space. End of the semester, right?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Anyway, catch you later, Loretta.
I didn't even think about that. I should have thought about that. That it would be possible to...
Loretta's a hard worker. I'll give her that. I just wish she'd use her powers for good. I can't imagine being this trusting. Don't they know
Right?
there's snoops like me around?
Our brain processed that as lit professors as opposed to lit professors.
Professors sitting on the table?
Stop blaming yourself.
Eventually, you'll understand that not everything that happens is your fault.
I know I should say something. It's just, it took me so long to get into the society. I'll be damned if I quit because of one little comment. Still, if I don't speak up, who will? I swear, if it was anyone else in charge, I'd feel a little bit better about all this. I don't know.
The society. Was she talking about Abraxas?
Can I continue to hear from the past?
I know I should say something. It's just, it took me so long to get into the society.
Yes,
I'll be damned
yes.
if I quit because of one little comment.
Let me out.
Still, if I don't speak up, who will?
Alright.
I swear, if it was anyone else in charge, I'd feel a little bit better about all this. I don't know.
I wonder if they did that intentionally. Put
Was she talking about
Gerard
Abraxas?
Gerard Butler's name in there.
This doesn't look so great for Gwen.
Of course not. But you're bored.
I wonder who took the time to censor Safi's recipe. Probably not Safi.
Dad's famous drunk gingerbread man cookies. 7 tablespoons unsalted butter, 3/4 cup of dark brown sugar, 2/3 cup molasses, big fucking egg. No, hold on, I'm sorry. Big egg. 3.5 cups of flour, teaspoon of baking soda, tablespoon of ginger, lots of optional drink. Or optional drink half to a whole bottle of brandy. Cheers. That was loud. I'm so sorry. Might be able to adjust that volume. Grandma's secret sweet potato pie, 3 sweet potatoes, half cup of butter. Yeah. Additional top secret ingredients, none of them marshmallow.
I hardly know any of the faculty here.
Enjoy your time off. Classes only get harder next year, kiddos. Happy holidays. Golden, thank you for 59 whole ass months. Meow indeed. How goes it? Please use this time a way to be thankful for all that you've accomplished and hope to accomplish in the future. Happy holidays. President Yasmin Fayyad.
So that's Lucas's son? Oh, this picture is too cute.
Taken seconds before he snapped his neck. Let us honor Christmas in our hearts and try to keep it all year.
I'm surprised Lucas agreed to do this.
This can only be done by, like, either he thinks he's really that, I mean, maybe he is that well liked, that confident and won't be utterly just scathing, or it is a publicity stunt, like pure publicity stunt. Join us in good fun at Krampus on campus as we continue holiday tradition and roast this year's turkey. Lucas Colmenero. Didn't get the grade you wanted this year? Here's your chance to have the last laugh. Presented by the Snapping Turtle and the Abractus Society. Surviving, I understand. How many of you have holiday sweaters?
Wait, Donner and Blitzen means thunder and lightning? Who knew Santa's reindeer were so metal? Martin has an A here. I knew it. Safi would never fail this kid.
Password is 1223.
And then she didn't.
Well, guess I'm gonna change this grade.
Huh. So this heartwarming sentiment isn't a Colmenero quote. It's Dickens. My dearest Annabelle, I write to you from the front lines to inform you that the war on Christmas has been lost. No caffeine this week of all weeks? I predict outright revolt before the week is out.
It's finals weekend. Regrettably, we're out of the good stuff and currently only have decaf. The demand was higher than expected, but we should have a restock in a few days' time. That is so sad. God, get this person a stool or something. Hell, a comfy chair. You know what? That is it. That, yep. You're right. Eggnog latte sounds amazing. I haven't had good eggnog in a while. I might get some this year. I might get some next time I do groceries. Because the last time I asked for eggnog, it was a handful of years ago. I had my roommate grab some, and they got me non-dairy. I was so mad.
Enjoy the A, my dude. I think you've earned it.
In the other timeline. I finished school that at a Starbucks where I learned to appreciate caramel macchiatos, but not how to spell them. Tables are for glasses, not asses.
Then boom! The spaceship crashes right in the middle of a park, and this alien crawls out of the hatch.
That seems like a lot of money for a student project.
I'm only gonna shoot the trailer. I figure I can cut costs doing some old school practical effects.
Seems like you've got a plan. Still very ambitious.
Go big or go home, right?
I'd been meaning to ask Diamond about her new movie. It's nice to see her so excited about something other than Moses.
Hello, Eldritch. How goes it?
I need to talk to Gwen about Safi's book. She'd be in her office.
I haven't played Siege in a good while.
Gwen's office. Let's see what I can find out from her. It's alive! More music I'm not cool enough to know.
That doesn't make...
I will never be as cool as Gwen. Old school. Nice.
I thought that changed the sound effect, but it's still... one being a final girly feels incredibly on the nose. Oops, we destroyed the world. The night the earth shattered. Man, chaos. Retail. I do appreciate like the art for all of these. It's a very big office and very personalized. Yeah, I cannot imagine. But, this has to be a 10-year thing. I just wouldn't get away with this.
One of those Abraxas roses for Sophie. Happy holidays to my favorite prof. I don't think a happy holidays is in the cards. It takes me ages to comment on one student photo. I can't imagine having to grade exams.
Especially English or like anything to do with writing exams. Because you have to take the time to interpret. It's a rough gig.
One of Sophie's former students, I guess.
Dr. Hunter, first and foremost, my condolences. I know you and Sophie were close. If you don't know me, there's no reason you would. I know it might be inappropriate to come to you with this, but I frankly don't know what else to do. Before her death, Sophie was helping me. I know as a member of the LGBT community yourself. Written on notebook paper, ripped out. Yeah.
Is that Sophie's book? Hey, Gwen.
Max. No conversations for you to conveniently overhear this time. Sorry to disappoint.
Actually, I need to talk to you about Sophie. No reason to beat around the bush. I know you got Sophie's book deal canceled.
Shit.
What I don't understand is why.
You really have a knack for learning shit you're not supposed to know, you know that?
So I've been told.
Well then. No use fighting the inevitable. What do you want to know?
How'd you convince the publisher?
So what did you tell the publisher that made them nix the deal?
I told them there was incendiary content in the book, which was true. It would have harmed a lot of people, Sophie included.
What's so incendiary?
Sophie's book was incendiary? How? What was it about?
You really don't have an off switch, do you? How much did Sophie tell you about Maya Okada?
Gwen's bringing up Maya? Time to pay attention.
Sorry, what? Only a little.
Not a lot. I know they were friends.
Understatement of the year. The two of them were like the creepy twins in The Shining. You never saw one without the other. And that Vin Lang kid used to follow the two of them around like a lost puppy. But then Maya took her own life.
And that's what Safi wrote about in her book?
Maya's death and everything around it. Her anger at her mom for even thinking of Caledon when she'd just lost a soulmate. Ultimately, I realized it wasn't worth putting Yasmin and Safi through all that again. I made a call. I don't know if it was the right one, but it was one I made.
Sounds like Yasmin can tell me more about Maya. I'll have to be tactful.
See, I feel like this was explained, and I don't want to... Why?
That book meant the world to Safi.
Okay, this is a fair point.
You had to know that losing it would break her heart.
Of course I did. I busted my ass to help Safi get that deal in the first place. Introduced her to my agent, my publisher, lobbied for her. I don't regret it. That book was good.
This keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Got the deal and killed it?
Let me get this straight. You helped Safi get the deal, and then you killed it?
If it had to be done, it made sense for me to do it. You know, I brought you into this world, etc.
Manuscript.
One last thing. Is that Safi's manuscript?
Part of it, why?
Can I read it?
No. That's where I draw the line. I don't trust you not to dig up old graves. Jesus. I've spilled too much already. Let's call this conversation over, huh?
Shit. Now I'm even more convinced there's something important in that manuscript.
Be a real shame if someone just, you know...
How do I get my hands on a copy?
Hey, don't turn around, actually. One confirmed that Maya Okada was super close with Safi and that she took her own life. There's more to this story. When I asked Gwen at the Overlook what happened with Safi's book, she was shocked, but she didn't elaborate. Weird. Gwen canceled Safi's book because it had incendiary content. That's Safi's friend Maya, former Caledon student who died by suicide. Angry ex-boyfriend behavior. I know Maya too. Gwen said Vin used to follow Safi and Maya around like a puppy dog. Yasmin would have more info. Exactly how much does Yasmin know about the Maya Okada situation? Gwen hinted that Yasmin was involved in the aftermath of Maya's death. Should have a chat with the boss. Hey, don't turn around, alright? Maybe I should have checked before I poofed. I'm gonna start doing that. Dr. Hunter. This morning I attempted to call student resources asking them why your classes for the rest of the semester had been canceled. I was told in no uncertain terms that it was none of my business. Then I tried calling the president. She didn't even pick up the phone. Then I walked up to Mr. Reyes, the custodian, and he told me he'd witnessed you being removed by security, that you'd been suspended under suspicion of selling drugs to students. I won't insult you by asking if you're guilty. I just wish you the best and tell you that you're the best teacher I've ever had. My student visa only lasts for another semester, but if there's anything I can do, or if if on some off chance you're ever in Bangkok, let me know. Hook me up. Rather. Tan Song Chai. Dr. Hunter, this is bullshit. You rock. I'm drunk. And wandering through the Fine Arts Building. Hello, Constable. How goes it? Happy birthday. Apologies for the stationery. It's the only thing within reach. I've written notes on graph paper before because it's literally the only stationery I have. Like, still. I'm well enough. I believe I speak for all of us when I say that this is unacceptable, and you can count on our support at the hearing next week. If you're looking for a lawyer, I can recommend a decent one. We're going to fight this, Gwen. We'll go to the paper if we have to. Caledon Lit Department. You will be avenged, oh boy.
Will Gwen be allowed to come back for these? Tossing Gwen out screwed everybody over.
Can we get these handed off to a TA? Sorry for the additional workload, Olivia.
So they took her computer, probably going through it right now.
Like, I guess, but...
If I'm lucky, maybe this Gwen left Safi's manuscript behind. Gotcha.
All the daughters we don't talk about. Safi Fayyad.
Reading Safi's manuscript after all this feels like, I don't know, being hit by a tidal wave.
1,000,000 miles. Beneath my feet, she lies still in her Sunday clothes. We killed her with our own hands. Our lack of hands. I killed her with my voice. My lack of voice. Maya's book was like a child or a tumor or a rising beast within her. On the first page, she wrote that she was drowning, and by the time she finished, she was drowned. Laws of physics. The drowned always surface. What isn't spoken still exists. You can chop her up and sell her for parts, but her ghost remains whole, floating there in the corner of my kitchen, giving me that familiar look. The one that says, unstitch the binding, let the pages fall out, fluttering like birds shot down. The one that says, take him for everything he's got, and then some.
Whatever happened with Maya was explosive. Let's see what Yasmin has to say about her.
Okay, what if, though? Alright, she's still... Can you imagine, though?
Would you mind closing it behind you, Max?
That happens, so you get your money back from the class. I doubt it. They still went through the entire class. They just, their finals haven't been graded yet.
Yasmin liked to get coffee here in the afternoon. Before Safi died.
That's the game telling me to stay in this area. Before Safi died, meaning switch to living.
Sorry, Yasmin, but I'll need to interrupt your downtime with some questions. Okay, time for a delicate conversation. Hi, Yasmin.
Maxine, how are you? I was worried after your nosebleed yesterday.
Like I said, I get those all the time.
Still, be careful. Small symptoms can be signs of larger problems. A toothache can mean a heart attack.
I'm gonna try not to think about that too hard.
WebMD.
I was hoping we could talk.
Come, sit.
When you go through an automatic opening door like at the grocery store, do you do the Jedi hand wave thing? It depends on how familiar I am with the door. I do it with toast. Like if I'm usually spot on with my toaster, even though it doesn't like it. I'm pretty sure you could like game it out, the little knob at the bottom, and like correlate it to actual times, but I can usually feel out when it's going to actually, finish toasting. That's always a fun game. The Jedi hand wave, like second base with the door. Yes. Exactly like that. You're in a good mood.
You look like you've won the day. Coffee's that good?
Our ratings are. Caledon is once again one of the top universities in the country. The coffee is just so-so.
No. Seen Safi today?
Have you seen Sophie today?
No. We're meeting later this afternoon. I can tell her you were looking for her.
So...
Did Sophie tell you her book deal was canceled?
What? No. How was she when she found out?
Not sure, but I bet she was devastated.
Oh, Sophia. I'll be sure to talk to her about this.
I don't actually own a toaster, I just set my oven to broil and gamble. I recently got into the habit of, well, not habit, but I've done it twice. But I've air fried 2 sandwiches so far, and it has turned out surprisingly well. It's just big old toaster oven. When we fired?
I heard about what happened to Dr. Hunter.
Yes.
Would you really fire her?
That depends on the findings of the committee. It's out of my hands now.
Let's talk about the big girl.
I wanted to ask you about something. Have you heard of a student named Maya Okada?
Of course. She took her own life 4 years ago. A horrible tragedy.
I think Sophie's book was canceled because it was about Maya.
Impossible. Safia didn't even know Maya.
Did Yasmin just lie to me? Do I call her out? She'll be pissed, but I can cut straight to the point. Or should I go along with it? and see what narrative she's trying to spin.
Ooh, shit. This is a tough one. Like, yeah, I don't really... Like, there's a reason she's lying. If I press her, she'll get defensive and might just end the conversation. I think Gwen ultimately would appreciate the directness. I don't know if Yasmin would. Want the tea spilled, or do you want to shatter the cup before it gets a chance? Well, that's... I don't necessarily think the tea will be spilled here, but I am curious how she's going to spin it. I personally would go, like, if this were an actual situation, I would be like, but that's not what I heard, though. And then I'd watch her get defensive and then probably split. And that would be telling in and of itself. I think for now I'm gonna go along with it.
Of course. I don't know why I thought they knew each other. It's just...
What?
It's a rumor about Maya.
There's this rumor that something happened with Maya before she died.
I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but Ms. Okada appears to have caused herself a great deal of pain.
So, she had a bad reputation. No wonder you didn't want her and Safi associated with each other.
Exactly. Strange. I really thought Vin's statement closed the matter.
Shady cow skull throwing Vin is involved?
Enough ancient history. I have a favor to ask. Safia's been distant lately. Could you keep an eye on her for me?
I mean...
Are you sure that I'm the best person to...
Yes. Because she trusts you. And I trust you.
Yeah. Sure. I'll look out for her.
Thank you, Maxine. Oh, the time. Let's do lunch again. Somewhere with more atmosphere than the other place.
Wow.
That was odd. What did she mean by Vin's statement? Maybe I'd better talk to Vin myself.
I had a question about Vin Lang and Maya Okada. Do you know if Vin put out a statement after Maya's death? I didn't see it at the time since I wasn't at Gallatin yet, but Safi shared it with me once. Hang on. He said Maya was an incredibly talented writer, but she also had mental health problems. He tried to get her help she needed, but that didn't work. If we'd known it was as bad as it was, we would have done more. Does that help? Does mean Jasmine seemed surprised and concerned that Safi's book deal was canceled. They seemed closer lately, and I thought Safi would have told her. Exactly how much does she know? Followed in the aftermath of Maya's death, she had checked the boss. Flat out lied about Safi knowing Maya. Something's going on here.
He's probably in the admin building.
If you're available, Max, I've acquired an extra ticket to the Burlington Expo. To clarify, this is strictly an invitation from a colleague. I have no interest in you outside of that. Can't make it. But I clicked.
Lucas must be really grateful if he deigns to be this nice to me.
Hey, sport. You're just gonna walk past me without saying hello?
Just fucking call me sport.
Sport? Yeah. I'm trying out middle-aged white dad slang nowadays. Is it working?
Sure. What are you doing on campus?
Just going on a coffee run.
But your coffee's better at the Turtle. This one tastes like ass.
Enough about me. What are you doing here?
I work here.
No. I mean, I just saw you talking to President Fayyad. What were you talking about?
Maya Okada.
I was asking her about Safi and her relationship with a student named Maya Okada.
Oh. Why?
It's kind of a long story, but it's for something important.
Sky's always falling for you, isn't it?
You have no idea.
Well, I'll leave you to your something important. See you around, Tiger.
What the hell?
See you, Amanda.
What?
He's probably in the admin building.
Amanda's sus levels have risen dramatically. Yeah, I didn't like that exchange one bit. This thing is loud. Can you imagine the ladder required to get those decorations up? I guess you could, well, no, you would have to do it from there too. You would need some kind of really tall ladder.
A crush on Lucas? Really? Things can't be that bad, can they?
Who would write yum on a...
Okay, Isabel, you were absolutely right.
As always. What, was I right about?
As it happens, a number of folks, faculty and staff alike, would love a 4-day work week.
And how many would you say a number is?
A dozen, and I only started talking to people after our chat yesterday. Not just the work week either. Lots of issues came up.
Such as?
Salaries, tenure track, the fact that at least 3 different department heads, including ours, have always been men.
We've been thinking too small.
We've been thinking way too small.
So a new proposal wouldn't be for a 4-day work week period. It'd be for a 4-day work week and...
Yes and no. We're not submitting a new proposal.
Holy shit, Rati. You mean...
I do. Better to beg forgiveness than ask permission.
If you need help drafting a list of demands to take to Yasmin, I'm your girl.
Appreciate that, but it's still early days. If this is going to work, we need numbers.
The dozen you mentioned before?
Not nearly enough. And even those aren't guaranteed to have our backs if... when push comes to shove.
So, what's next?
Krampus. Tomorrow night, we can talk to folks there without drawing attention.
Can't remember the last time I was genuinely excited to go to Krampus.
These two are going to be assassinated.
Looks like they're pulling Gwen's books from the library. This is such bullshit. I didn't realize I needed cryptid erotica until just now.
What the fuck? My Heart Belongs to Mothman, a paranormal love story by Tori Staunton. A delightful romp through the haunted and hilarious and hot American Midwest. Beatrice Racine, New York Times bestselling author of I Was Abducted and I Vote. She's saying Mac's a closeted horn dog. I don't think it's closeted at this point. Did hear someone referring to a pot of boiling oil as an airless fryer. It's like the discussion somehow circling back, like about phones, circling back around to, God, what if we just had like a phone for the house, you know, something that's always plugged in, that's just communal. People reinventing fucking house phones. And Gen Z.
But you can hurt the ones you love. Deep. I'm super deep.
It's Vin's business what he does with his life. And you never know. He might be acting in his free time.
I guess.
Keep up my shenanigans and they'll have to add Max Caulfield to the list.
The spooky stories and cryptid creatures of Lake Champlain. I miss bookstores. House has a connection for phone service. I don't want one on principle. And mine does as well. There's a spot in the kitchen specifically, like on the wall for a phone. And for a time I thought about getting like my ISP, the deal I had would have included like phone service just for my business. I didn't take it because I don't want the phone, like spam callers are a thing. If this had been 10, 15 years ago, maybe I would have, well, no, I think I got the deal. Maybe, well, it's expired now, but when I did get it, it was 10 years ago because it was 9 years, it was in 2015. But definitely on now because my parents' landline gets spam calls. That, no, thank you. Funnily enough, though, their cell phones don't get spam calls. Fuck is all this, and this is a dramatic reading of.
I didn't realize I needed cryptid erotica until just now.
My Heart Belongs to Mothman, a paranormal love story. Not just Mothman, but stupid, sexy Mothman. A wall phone that only connects to the front door of my apartment building. I did not dial out at all. Like, even if you wanted it to. Want to spam call me, they gotta stand outside, no numbers I see. Oh, someone died here.
Looks like somebody had their last stand. I don't know this Vin as well, but let's see what I can do.
Must be at work. Why aren't you at work?
Hey, Vin.
Yasmin's out right now. Sorry to disappoint. Unless you're here for me. In which case, I'll do my best to be of service.
Do you talk like this to everyone who comes near Yasmin's office?
I've never met a pissed off board member I can't defang with a little eyebrow action.
Yasmin.
Speaking of Yasmin,
Yasmin. There it is again.
did you end up in her good graces?
It's been so long I can't remember. She probably saw me in The Importance of Being Earnest my freshman year. Not to brag, but I was kind of a campus sensation as Algernon.
So it had nothing to do with Maya Okada?
Wow. You know Maya's name. Am I supposed to collapse under the weight of that revelation?
You're supposed to talk to me like a human being about what happened with her.
What do you need me for, Super Sleuth? You're obviously capable of digging up ancient gossip on your own. Now, if you'll excuse me, Gwen's hearing completely scrambled Ganuna's schedule.
No casual chats about Maya. Noted. I don't know this Vin as well, but let's see what I can do.
Fine, jeez. This is the same person from the first game, yes. Why is she a mutant now? How do you mean?
I wanted to talk to you about Abraxas and who should be leading it.
Waiting until I'm down to try to kick me out, huh? I thought you were smarter than that. And nicer, frankly.
Ben, cut the bullshit. This isn't about you. It's about the best person to head Abraxas. Right now, you're not in a place
I'm
where
in a
you
place
can...
to keep Abraxas above it all. As long as I have this job, we could light the observatory on fire and get away with it.
You're not even a student here. You graduated years ago. Plus, Abraxas should be about marginalized people making subversive art. Not about straight white guys getting wasted and committing arson.
Oh no! Somebody abandoned their boy.
No mention of the laptop, though? Like, clearly someone's still here.
Diamond wants to lead Abraxas. I bet she's got some good secrets.
Hey, I need you to just look at the door for like 30 seconds.
Whoa, Diamond was working on a documentary about Moses. I wonder why she never went through with it. That was not dirt on Vin. I'm sorry, Diamond. I didn't think this is what I'd find.
Okay, now I have to read it. Hold on, though. Murph. Said exactly like, oh god, Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar. Machine-wide / drone, Philly at night, no stars, light pollution, flyover, voiceover of Moses, line about not seeing the stars, or not, yeah, about not seeing stars in the city. Wide, push through city, drone, more old B-roll, over roofs, in the distance. You see the dome of the Lynch Observatory, directional view, Moses voiceover. Wide, medium, arrive at Lynch, linger on dome, Moses VO ends with, I guess that's what happens when your parents are artists. Laugh. Medium, talking head, Moses smiling. As a kid, I was always looking for windows, for a way out. Talks about his first star memory. One of you handheld, apartment stairwell, walking, Moses VO. Talks about the roof. That is Uncle Terry's apartment building. Uncle Terry showing him the stars. Camera moves with the story. POV handheld title. Finished stairwell through doors on the roof. Look stars, Moses VO. Finishes story, ends with beautiful night, isn't it, Murph? Slam title. Murph. Alright, there we go. Dear Moses, don't laugh, alright? I know what you think of therapy. The brain is unknowable and the soul isn't a thing. Your words, not mine. Smiley face. But this is an exercise, which means I shouldn't have to worry about you shredding my thesis. Funny, isn't it? Even when I'm writing something for my own emotional health in a letter that's only meant for me, I imagine your voice in the back of my head, always asking questions, always pushing me. So here it is in all its messy glory. I have feelings for you. There, I said it. I knew I was falling for you on our first trip to Everett, and you helped me find Orion, 3 bright stars, and you put your face close to mine. It was your first lecture. Your words so warm on my neck. I didn't know about Tony then, or about how much I'd want to be close to you after that. So yes, I have feelings for you, and yes, I struggle with them every day. But I have to move on. You've got your love, and it's time I find mine elsewhere. Even if I don't want to, even if it's hard to, even though you're the first person I've liked that actually made sense. I've had crushes before, big ones. I've tried sex, but I've never really understood what it was like to actually want that with someone until I met you. I don't know if I ever will again, or if anyone will ever love me if I decide I don't want to do that again. Am I really supposed to just give up? be alone forever. Love always, Diamond. You didn't see shit. It was brother's name's sister. I hope they know each other and they just did. Imagine how awkward that would be. You sit in this seat. It's like someone walking up in a row of urinals and standing next to you when every other one is empty. Saw a toilet set up like that? Oh no.
Keep up my shenanigans and they'll have to add Max Caulfield to the list.
Don't mind us, Max. We were just finishing up.
Then Abraxas needs new blood.
You mean you need another line on your resume?
Hold up, can we talk? I just want to ask you about Maya.
Please. I can't handle the both of you. Trying to exploit my weak spots.
Did I just witness a failed crown snatching?
You gotta seize the opportunities when you can. And hey, it almost worked. Speaking of which, what's the deal with Maya? Isn't she the undergrad who died a while ago?
That's her? Why, do you know anything?
Just that Vin looks like he bit into a lemon anytime someone says her name.
So Maya makes Vin uncomfortable, huh? Let's find out why.
He literally
There's
just
gonna
told
be a
you.
debate at the beginning of next semester. A special little pissing match for Vin and me. Vin usually runs for Abraxas president unopposed. But if I had the right piece of dirt, I bet I could make him step down.
If I give her something juicy and then go to the other timeline, maybe I can listen in on Diamond confronting Vin?
Oh shit. Yeah, it's been what, 10 years since the last game? She's 28 here. This one's fucked up. Not both are fucked up, but this one's the most fucked up. But it's also the most damning. Why does everyone French tuck? French tuck is where you tuck the front of your shirt into your pants and only the front. You know about the fucked up part? This he made in a public statement. Like, it's, I don't know exactly what happened there, but this is like, it seems unlikely that it's actually what happened. So fucked up granted, but it's not fucked up in the same way that it's Like, it's something that's already been said. It's something that's already out there, something that he put out there himself. So that's not new information that could damage someone. This could damage Vin, Yasmin, and Safi. Exactly. It doesn't mean something super bad. It's the statement he put out, though, definitely says that the problems were so severe that they led to her committing suicide, which is like it's not anything damning for the purposes of what she wants, though. Like, in terms of dirt on Vin, this isn't news. This is something that he's already put forward. So you got to do, yeah, that's what it feels like, but it also feels gross. Both feel gross. This one feels worse because this affects Vin, Safi, and her mother, who is the president of this, or dean, president, I forget. I think president. But this is the move in terms of, you know, just become the heartless asshole you were born to be.
Vin gave a public statement about Maya, and I think Yasmin had something to do with it.
Like Yasmin asked him to give the statement?
That's the vibe I got. Do with it what you will.
I don't get it. Were Maya and Vin friends or something?
I'm not sure, but they definitely knew each other.
And Vin gave a statement about her death. What a pompous little piece of shit.
Don't go too hard on him.
Just try not to go too hard on him, okay? He's not in the greatest place.
Relax. I'm not Loretta.
Can you do me a favor? Wait until I get out of here to bring this up with him.
You got it. I won't jeopardize your getaway.
And I won't.
This Vin's not going to tell me anything. Maybe the other one has looser lips. If I'm going to listen in on this conversation, I need to cross to the other side. How could...
Fuck, shit. Lost two talented students now, both young women who were highly gifted and bold. I don't know what to make of that beyond I should have done more. The other student you mean was Maya, right? She was in my intro class and impressive as hell from day one. I still think of her frequently. Wish I could have met Maya. She seemed like such a real one. Dropping a new episode of Get a Clue in 2 days that digs deeper into the Safi Llewellyn Fayyad case and explores the death of Maya Okada, Safi's former classmate who also passed away at Caledon. Can't wait to listen. Please be respectful to former students who have passed. I'm so sorry for your loss, President Fayyad. I mean that 100%. This is my way of being respectful. Their stories deserve more attention. I see. The gall of that woman. Amanda was on campus today and it was weird. Yeah, he had this... It's like Max learned of Maya and suddenly everybody's talking about Maya. Yeah. To be fair, she is going around asking questions about her constantly. Can you imagine? The entire plot for the game is just in Loretta's podcast. It's been up for 3 days and Max is going around doing all this sleuthing. Diamond noticed Finn reacts whenever Maya's mentioned. The question we both want to know is why. What?
Finn's never gonna.
What? You gonna... Session over the phone, I wasn't sure if through without an hour, or an hour without cringing. But he was actually kind of funny and smart, and I like talking to him. Shut up and keep an eye on Diamond. Remember at high school, some first years stole a cow's eye from science lab to try and throw at my third year friend group. Now people in this game are throwing cow skulls. Was it with throwing cows around? Good question. Fine, I don't like talking when people look at me either.
It's that security guy who's been lurking all over campus. Is he looking at classes?
Good for him. Or to stare at me. I'll freeze. One classmate just steal a pickled pig fetus from biology. Impressive. I think, the weirdest thing, I'm sure people stole a bunch. There were a bunch of different, like, wings at my, my high school. It was, the big prominent one was the veterinary wing. So they dealt with animals a lot. I'm sure people have done terrible and potentially funny things with things from that department. One thing I know they stole, this guy named Paul, it was at like 10 a.m. I forget, was it like third period Spanish? I think second or third period Spanish. We're sitting there and he just pulls out fucking bear mace. Just a giant can of bear mace, just slaps it on his desk. Mace, but for bears. I mean, it's kind of a weapon. You can hit somebody with it. It was a big can. I mean, like taller than a jug of milk. Please don't hit me with it. I'll die.
Caledon's Gorilla Girl strikes again. Keep fighting the good fight, kid.
Okay, that's pretty big boss.
Damn, Finn's the most popular class on campus.
Smolder. Smolder and Tugged are the two dating apps for this game. Francine, Aaron.
No. Because here's the thing. I didn't want to bring this up before, but I know about the statement you made. About Maya. Yasmin asked you to give that statement, didn't she?
That's an extremely fucked up thing to bring up.
Nobody expects the head of Abraxas to be Mother Teresa, but they shouldn't be covering up details about someone's death.
Alright, fine. You wanna know what happened? After you died, Yasmin told me that if I stated on the record that Maya was troubled, he'd give you John as her assistant.
Holy.
Obviously.
You had to say about Maya.
I don't know, Diamond, maybe because we were fucking friends? Maybe one of Colmenare's fiction classes and we clicked.
And you said that shit about her?
Shut up. You wanted a performance and now you're making it. I grew up without any money, okay? Most kids at Talon don't get what that's like. And I'm not fucking stupid, okay? I'm not gonna make it as an actor. So yes, Yasmin promised me a stable, respectable job, health insurance. And I took it. And I cared about Maya. And it was a horrible thing to do. And I've regretted it ever since.
I don't have to bring that up in the debate.
I'm dropping out of the race.
You're just gonna let me be the head of Abraxas? Like that?
It doesn't feel very good. In the end, does it?
Vin met Maya in Lucas's class, and he also knows something about the cow skull through Safi's windshield, which conveniently made Lucas look guilty. If I can pressure the other Vin, maybe he'll tell me what the hell is going on here.
Vin is having a hard time.
Would Alderman's mother know what happened to her son?
What? Okay, so I started doing a little digging into the Alderman situation, and it's already weird. Apparently neither Vermont State nor Lakeport PD have any record of a Detective Vincent Alderman ever. Okay, yeah, that's odd, to say the least. Update, I thought I hit a wall in the Alderman mystery, but then I got a single ping for the name Alderman in the Lakeport area. There's a bizarre report from 40 or so years ago about a widow named Mrs. Marjorie Alderman, who'd be in her late 60s now. I'm still reading through it, and I'll reach out soon once I've made sense of it. Let me know you find out and be careful. Believe me, after what we saw up there, I will. Okay, so that article about Mama Alderman, it gets wild, so bear with me. 40 plus years ago, she was admitted to Lakeport County days before her due date, with what she described as complications with her pregnancy. Only despite what she claimed, not only was there no baby, there never was an out police report, that kind of statement. That's what I thought, like public statement before. With the Vin thing, sorry, my mind is in two places at once. She and her late husband she said, had planned to name their baby boy after his father, Vincent. Like there's hints of who Alderman was, or should have been, but only hints. What the heck? That's not what I said. Holy shit. So the guy we saw earlier today
were a burden before.
shouldn't have been there at all, yeah. Diamond noticed Vin reacts. Diamond got Vin to confess. Yasmin put him up to lying about Maya in return for his job, but there's more to this. Thank you, Wrath, for 82 months. How does Batman shampoo exist?
You're amazing.
But not conditioner Gordon. I have words. How you doing, Wrath? Also, before I forget, like I have the past 2 days, I'm gonna quickly do the Wordle. Well, this isn't going well. What kind of grapes? Hmm. Wait. Nope. Green grapes, no seeds. Shine musket. I see. Acceptable. Hmm. Hmm. Brainstalling. I'm doing the Wordle at the moment. I can normally get through it in seconds. This is taking a bit longer. well. Cats are soon indeed. That's weird. What on earth could this word even be? Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, fair enough. Got it on the last one. Got to go off Poppy and eat 2 meals worth of dry food. I still have pictures somewhere on my phone of Ellie when she had her cone of shame on. Just like cone encasing her food bowl. It was very good. Book deal. It's canceled because it's about her late friend Maya. The hell is Safi right? They've been put out. No, it had to be. It wasn't a police statement. I thought it was. Safi was angry about what happened to her. Yasmin was definitely lying about Safi and Maya knowing each other. Why would she deny a friendship that was clearly important to Safi? Statement Vin put out after Maya's death blamed her mental health struggles that would have pissed Safi off. Well, the secrecy, holy shit, Vin issued the statement at Yasmin. It's urging to secure his position as her assistant. I feel like that was implied long before it was ever stated. It was about Safi's book deal, but does she know it was canceled? Seemed surprised and concerned that the deal was canceled. Seemed closer lately, and I thought Safi would have told her. But I lied. PR spin on Maya's death. It was worth enough to her to land him a job. So what was he covering for?
The hedgehog, distant relative of the shrew, enjoys its rest after a full day's work for the kahuna.
Just don't break it?
I could just get you a new one. It cost me like $2.
I don't want a new one. I want the one you gave me.
Safi bought him that hedgehog? That's sweet.
The real shame is something happened to it.
Somebody patched you up. Well, I'm glad one of us is feeling better.
I don't know if that got... Band-Aids don't make you feel better. They just help with healing.
Say cheese, little guy.
Keeping it clean. Covered. Alright, enhance. Those cold, dead eyes. Strictly exterior, yet secretly vulnerable. You're trying to tell us something, Vin?
Somebody patched you up.
But I didn't click that.
Well, I'm glad one of us is feeling.
Finally return my phone calls, Desmond. Damn the emails. Sophie was our only child. Can't you spare 15 minutes to discuss her funerary arrangements? No. She didn't have a will. And though she died by suicide, she didn't leave a note.
Died by suicide? But I thought...
I'd prefer for her to be buried as soon as possible. I hate the thought of her lying in a funeral home. Alone.
I can't keep listening to this.
I mean, you gotta. I'm still gonna snoop. Wait, monthly planner.
Changing Yasmin's schedule must have been agonizing. For both her and Vin.
Beirut fam.
I don't like the looks of this guy. Too grim reapy.
Draw your attention inwards and seek answers within. Inner reflection is the key to enlightenment. Oh good, we're gonna go through his garbage.
I don't blame Vin for wanting to ditch Calagon and get a fresh start.
Enhance. Lying actor, artist, personality. Yeah, okay. Driven and charismatic performer, hungry for exciting new opportunities in creative spaces or with a prominent arts organization. Experience. Assistant to the President, Caledon University, Lakeport, Vermont. Supported administrative efforts of the Office of the President of Caledon University, 2 years present. Assistant Junior Creative Director, Caledon University Drama Department, Lake Point, Vermont. Co-directed student productions and ran performance workshops. 2 years work study. Usher, Inkpot Stage. Huh. San Jose. Worked with theater patrons and assisted in backstage operations. 1 year education. Bachelor's at Caledon. Honors and awards. Art Award winner. Lead actor in a play. Over the Transom Slowly, Burlington Playhouse. Gloria G. Newhouse Award nominee. Supporting performance, Fracture, New England Actors Coalition. Neek. President of the Abractus Society. Nationally recognized collegiate performance arts organization. Interests, social media, lifestyle, travel, hosting events, voiceover. If this is one of your interests, if you list this on a resume, you're doing something wrong.
Looking for gigs out on the West Coast, huh? Break a leg, Vin.
Casting calls and auditions in your area. Come back, all I do is Vin. Recent research results, California, SAP, film, TV, modeling. Playtime. Independent film, paid, non-union. Childhood friends separated from a young age or reunited in college after both have come out. Childhood may be over, but playtime is about to begin. Back. Lead, male, 18 to 25. Legend, lead, male, 18 to 25. You'd say their only hobby is sleeping. It's a hobby that I enjoy, but one that I wish I was better at. Hobbies, the Instagram Discover page. Place and locations, shooting dates, TBD, seeking submissions near Oakland, California, West Coast. What? I guess including West Coast is just like broadening that horizon, but scripted series, paid, union and non-union. Outline. Casting guest actors for the popular sci-fi TV series Target Practice. Zeph. Holy shit. 2530, time-slipping agent for the Temporal Control Service, who's found himself lost in time stream, paranoid and trigger-happy. Dr. Cromwell, female, 35 to 50. That's such a large gap compared to the others. Well, so far the largest gap. At a Project Warp and the only surviving member of its original team, she's lost everything but her courage. Dates and locations, tentative dates, March 21st, DVD Mashing Through season, interior and exterior, San Francisco, submissions, fashion brand campaign, modeling paid, non-union, casting a global brand campaign for print and social media, currently seeking LA talent for those seeking to relocate. Was there more?
Looking for gigs out on the West Coast, huh? Break a leg, Vin.
Dramaturg, I hate. Was I supposed to be switching back? I already done that.
It's cool, Diamond. You don't have to pretend to be interested in some grad student's decade-old thesis.
I talked to him. Did you know?
No, what?
Why Vin lied in that statement?
No.
He was like hurt. But he did step down, so all hail President Diamond, I guess.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have told you something without thinking through the consequences.
I mean, I wasn't trying to stop you.
First act as president of Abraxas?
Breaking the news to the Vinians, I guess. Ugh. There's gonna be tears. See you around, Max.
I feel like I'm in an episode of House of Cards. So do you think they've said one word to each other this entire time? Don't get there. Neither of them are using the chair back. I mean, I guess you would have to be pretty deep in that chair to use it, but that is not a short person chair. Living world bin. Okay. I do need to feed the cats. I'm debating continuing, but I might call it. Too many grape now. Tummy hurt. Impressive. Just have to uneat them. Rewind time. Don't do the other thing. I said, don't do the other thing. Don't complain if you call it since it's 3 a.m. here. I had considered going for longer since it was a later start, but I probably should call it. We're slowly getting through, though. Tomorrow I'll do a longer one. I don't expect like 8 hours, but I'll do a longer one. Longer than 3. How does this game address Chloe's ending? I've been told that Chloe is not present. I saved the town and not Chloe, so I don't, like, it's, for me, she's dead. I think she just leaves. I don't know how they really handle it. I don't know the specifics, but I think she leaves by the start of this game. It's been 10 years. It's not outside the realm of possibility, but it did upset a great many people, I've heard. So if it's a question of how they handled it, how they address it, not to people's liking, I think would be the most apt answer. Yeah, longer stream tomorrow. We're getting through. I'm enjoying it so far. Committed cannibalism together and broke up. That's the quickest way to kill a relationship. There are animals in this game that are available for petting. Yes. You like how Max looks? Why not? Chloe needed to be put down. Holy shit. Doesn't really look like Max. Do you look like you did when you were a teenager? You know, I'm gonna assume you look like you did when you were a teenager, because it's funnier that way. Arcadia was high school. Shouldn't take my date on a cannibalism trip. Maybe not a trip. I treat it like dinner and a movie. Yeah, Black Bowl was a high school. I mean, they could be dinner. No, it's just driving me insane. All right. Thank you all for hanging out. Rearrange me. That's my nickname in high school. I'll be back tomorrow. do a longer thing. I'll probably try to get through this as much as I can. I do want to finish this. I want to do it all on stream, and the best way to do that, I think, would be as quickly as possible. So I'm gonna try to commit to longer streams of it, the next couple. So in between 1 and 1 million hours left. Small range, as he ran naked through the halls.